Chair.
Is the broadcast back? Now, honorable senators, Senator Mundigi, you freeze. Now, honorable senators, as you may have noted, in the course of this hearing, an important question has arisen as to whether the threshold of 32 votes needed for the impeachment of a county governor was made pursuant to Section 33 of the County Governments Act and Standing Order 74 of the Kericho County Assembly Standing Orders. Honorable senators recall that arising, Senator Joyce Korir, the chair must be heard in silence. Honorable senators will recall that arising from an application by counsel for the governor to be allowed to call the expert evidence of Mr. Job Okun Oguya, whom they claim to be an information IT expert, and the ruling thereon, I further directed that the office of the clerk do engage the ICT authority and secure an expert who will provide independent advice on the Kericho County Assembly electronic voting system and submit a report that answers the following questions. Did an electronic voting process take place? Is the number of MCAs who voted on impeachment of the governor verifiable? Was it possible for an MCA or any other person who had a link to vote on the motion on behalf of an MCA or another MCA? How many MCAs voted in the affirmative on the motion to impeach the governor? And is there any evidence of multiple voting or other compromise of the voting system and or any other impropriety in the voting system or process? This report was prepared, Senator Bonnet. This system was prepared and submitted in the office of the Clerk of the Senate on Thursday, 28th of August, 2025 at 9:35 p.m. and circulated to all honorable senators and to the parties during this morning's sitting. Now, honorable senators, as you may recall, in my communication issued on Wednesday, the 27th of August, 2025, I ruled that the preliminary objection be subsumed in the main hearing of the impeachment proceedings, as it was premature and could only properly be addressed once the Senate had heard and weighed the evidence before making any final decision on the impeachment charges. I further ruled that at the conclusion of the impeachment proceedings, but before voting on the charges, the Senate would pronounce its finding on whether the constitutional threshold of 2/3 of members of the County Assembly had been met. Honorable senators, having considered the evidence adduced before the Senate by the parties and the report of the County Assembly of Kericho Chamber electronic voting system submitted by the IT Authority of Kenya, the Senate Majority Leader will give notice and move a motion on the ascertainment of the threshold required for the impeachment of Honorable Dr. Eric Kipkoech Mutai'S, the Governor of Kericho County. In the event that the Senate finds that the 2/3 threshold of 32 members of County Assembly was not met, then the impeachment proceedings shall immediately terminate, and the Senate shall not proceed to determine the impeachment charges. If, however, the Senate finds that the 2/3 threshold of 32 members of the County Assembly was met, then the Senate shall proceed to determine if the impeachment charges have been substantiated by voting thereon. I thank you. Next order.
Order number 2, hearing and determination on the